So in this session we'll discuss about different controls about the merge smooth face control in sweep and its different other options. So for understanding this, here we'll be discussing about the move up and move down, merge smooth face and show sections, and after that we'll move to this particular options where we can control the follow path and first guide curve or follow first and second guide curve options combination, and how to get different output, that we will be discussing. So for understanding this, we will be opening our reference model. So this will be our reference model. So here you can see different guides and path and cross sections are existing. So if you go to the sweep and you select your cross section and then path, and then you move to your guide, and here there is the guide number 1, and again this is the guide number 2. So in between you can go to this move up and you can make sketch 3 as your first guide and sketch 2 as your second, or any combination, and here you can see the merge smooth face and get the output. Is completely merged, and if you edit it and you will switch off this option, so downstream feature may be failed due to the change in their merge scenario. Just you go for yes, and here you can see the merge lines where you have the section lines. Once you go for OK, we can display this based on the continuity. You will get the lines for designating that. So but when you go for the smooth, that control will be automatically mapped, and here you can see the number of sections. So if you go to the edit, and here if you go to the merge smooth, and here by default you can see whatever the number of sections you have, that you can control also based on a requirement. You can increase this. So this is the section number which you can assign. The smoothness control will be done just like that. If you go to edit and remove this, you will get the sections. So let us move to the guide and path one combination. So in this particular case, we are going to learn about this scenario where you have the first guide curve this and second guide curve and path and profile. So you can choose the path or first guide curve or follow the first and second guide curve, both this combination. So let us talk about this feature. So I'll go to this particular option and I will select my profile, then path, then I'll go to the guide, the first guide, I'll be selecting this, and my second guide will be this. So in this particular case, if you go to the option and here you can choose the follow first and second guide or follow path and first guide curve. I'll go to path and first guide curve. This is the output, but we'll switch to the first and second guide curve. The output will be controlled according to the first and second guide curve only. Here you can see. Just like that, you can add this also, and based on that you can see, but it is going to influence your path and first guide curve and first and second guide curve. You can reorder it. So maybe this I need as a second curve. Based on that, you can see the output control will be different, or maybe this I need as my first, maybe this I need as my second. So the complete combination between your guide and path will result this geometry. So which you need to make first, follow first and second guide curve, or only you need to follow path and first guide curve. That combinations you can directly alter and assign here, so that you will be getting your final object as per your spec. Start and end tangency control also you can do at your start and end point, and then we'll look into the thin sweep features. So from our exercise folder, we'll be opening the same model again for showing you the tangency control. So this is my profile, path, curve. This is my first, and this is my second, and this is my third. And here you can see the start tangency type, path tangent, and end tangency, path tangent, that you can update it. Based on that, the tangency control will be taken care. Completely your path will be tangent, and that will be updated. Next we'll move to the other example where you can see the sweep thin feature. So this is nothing but the same sweep option where you select your profile and path, but here you just tick the thin option, which results your one direction or mid plane, two direction, and whatever the thickness in the direction 1, and whatever the thickness in the direction 2. Based on that, you can select. That means this is very simple. Just you can see you have also the profile and your path. So just you have to select your profile, then path, and go to the thin features. So where you have to update the control like one direction mid plane. From the mid plane, the thickness will be monitored, or from the two direction. So you can have different values, or you can keep it both same. So in this way you can have the thin feature sweep. And next we'll move to the cut scenario, which you can use and you can apply to your existing objects. So for understanding this, you will be opening our exercise model file. So here nothing new you have to do, just you have to switch from switch bus base to the cut, swept cut, and here you have to select your profile, and here you have to select your path, and finally the rest of all control will be same, and just you have to update this so that this cut feature will be updated. And this is the resulting output which you can get. Just like that, you can the solid body and the path for cut sweep feature also you can select. This is the solid body, and this is the base feature, and this is the path. A resultant cut sweep feature is this. Next we'll move to loft after understanding this. So from our exercise folder, we can open this. Here you can see the cut sweep. If you go to the edit definition, here you can see the second option which we are going to use here, the body and the feature and the path, which in combination you can use. So here you can see the profile sweep or the solid sweep which you have, the revolve you have selected here as your profile, and sketch you have selected this, and you can select this extrude as the feature scope, and this is rest of options are all not altered. So let me show you how you can approach this type of particular process. So for understanding this, we have to start from scratch, and I'll delete this and I will show you. Let me delete this, and this is the sketch which I will go to show. So this is the feature which you have created. Here you can see the revolve profile, and whatever the profile you need, that you can update. So here you have a straight cut because of that this is cutted. So after evolving, or whatever the profile you need, that you need to sweep through this. So when you go to the cut feature here you can see the solid sweep, and you can go to the feature here, and you can go to your path here, and after that the feature scope, the selected bodies, you can go to these bodies, and here it will perform this particular operation, and you can update this. So you have to select the solid sweep, and you can directly select a particular feature, then your path, then your body, with respect to which it can perform that, and finally you will be getting your final result, and this is your final output which you can see. So these are the very unique feature in SolidWorks. In other software you don't get this option. And in our coming session I will be discussing about how to create loft and its different peripheral control.